Today, South Asia is the fastest growing region in the world, recording growth of more than 7% on average and outperforming its historical competitors in East Asia and the Pacific. While high and rapid growth has been accompanied by a remarkable reduction in absolute poverty, the region still holds the largest share of the world's poor and has witnessed rising levels of income inequality. Changes to South Asia's growth patterns and a rapidly evolving demographic transition are also generating its own set of challenges. Jobless growth, low female labour force participation, only 40% compared to men, and inadequate skills are some of the most prominent concerns across countries in the region. To address these, higher spending on social sectors to build human capital, connecting lagging regions through better infrastructure, implementing policies to ease the flow of goods and services, and improving institutional and governance structures to strengthen the rule of law and tackle corruption are amongst some pressing areas of reform that South Asia needs. These take on even more urgency as the region's demographic transition brings with it the promise of a youth dividend where 1.8 million youth will reach the working age every month through 2025. If the youth are educated and provided with productive jobs, South Asia can convert its strong growth presence as of today to far more sustainable and equitable development outcomes in the longer term. But failure to exploit its youth dividend can leave the region vulnerable to serious socioeconomic conditions, imbalances, and political unrest. The application of new digital and automated technologies, the so-called 4IR, can hasten or slow down the process of this structural transformation in South Asia. While the pace and speed at which 4IR will transform production processes and service delivery is contested, what is not disputed is the potential for disruptive technology to drive productivity and hence economic growth in the years to come. For South Asia, the benefits and pitfalls of 4IR are significant. The 4IR may allow countries to leapfrog development stages. At the same time, technological-driven productivity that drives down costs of production in advanced economies can hasten premature deindustrialization in others. For many, the threat of human labor displacement by automation is very real. To this end, the disruption of technology through 4IR presents a watershed moment for South Asia. 4IR is not only driving the fourth wave of globalization, but it is also introducing new tools to assess and understand competitiveness. Concepts such as entrepreneurial culture, embracing disruptive ideas, multi-stakeholder collaboration, critical thinking, meritocracy and social trust, along with more traditional components like ICT and physical infrastructure, macroeconomic stability, property rights, and years of schooling will form the defining features of economic success in the 4IR. South Asia's challenge, therefore, is not merely limited to technological adoption, but rather a broader challenge to reform its laws, institutions, and economic structures that can adequately respond to a world that does not recognize national borders. In this regard, the South Asian region as a whole is being afforded with another opportunity to revisit means of cooperation in areas such as value chain linkages that circumvent traditional barriers to trade, improved resource management and technology transfers and innovations that could set up the region as a leader for other developing countries and regions. In such a context, this year's South Asia Economic Summit will focus on the theme of shaping South Asia's future in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Moderating the first plenary session of the South Asia Economic Summit is Dr. Nazir, Executive Director, Enhanced Integrated Framework, the World Trade Organization. The panelists on this plenary session are Dr. Nagesh Kumar, Director, South and Southeast Asia Office, UNESCAP, Dr. Swarnim Bagle, former Vice Chair, National Planning Commission, Nepal, Dr. Abid Suneri, Executive Director, SBPI, Pakistan, Dr. Nisha Arnatilaka, Director of Research, IPS, Sri Lanka, and Mr. Nazir Kabiri, Executive Director, Biruni Institute, Afghanistan.
Now I would like to come to our final speaker, Nazir. So we've discussed about the potential, we've discussed about challenges, we've discussed about a bit of a way forward. We haven't discussed much about whether South Asia is ready and within South Asia whether individual countries in the region are ready. So is Afghanistan ready to embrace fourth industrial revolution in order to advance its sustainable development goals agenda?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, IPS, for the invitation. This is done with the family, some of my friends and the new ones. South Asia, not really in Afghanistan, looking at to South Asia as a part of this South-South cooperation exercises for new innovations. But South Asia not really doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the world waiting for us. China, rest of the countries in East Asia, this is not necessarily a question of being ready or not. It's about how we address some of our issues, those that exist, and the new one would emerge as a result of embarking on these new initiatives and technologies. Afghanistan, beautifully strategically located between two sub-regions, Central Asia and South Asia. We are looking up to South Asia. But it's disappointing to notice that some of the agendas in South Asia failing with respect to the regional trade and the SARC failing on us. But again, as a country, we don't being very extremely fragile with limited fiscal space addressing refugees. The country is growing at a rate of 1.5%, while a growth rate of 6.5% is a prerequisite for addressing achieving SDGs over the next decade. Perhaps a peace deal or a settlement could help to free some capacity and fiscal space, but again, state fragility, corruption, and at the top of that, youth both and weak institutions would continue as elements of fragility for the next decade. How the new technologies could perhaps help address some of those challenges that we are faced with. And again, issues involving warfare. A lot of these technologies at the moment in Afghanistan are practiced at war, like the night vision and drones. How those technologies could perhaps be carried to the future for human prosperity rather than destruction is another question. In terms of the questions raised earlier, in terms of application and accessibility and affordability, those are some serious questions. These technologies still are monopolized heavily by the global norm, not much of an open space for the rest of us to participate. But again, as a region, which we also feel sort of pushed out, Afghanistan is looking up to some successful practices in our neighborhood, and we feel that embarking on initiatives and opportunities will increase the potential of regional economics, and that is my country's best comparative advantage, connecting two sub-regions, Central Asia and South Asia. But again, speaking of new solutions and new technologies, we should ignore the fact that we have some old problems. We are feeling pushed out of South Asia. We are trying to re-engage after a period of civil war and destruction. The very name of this, the institute that I represent, resembles the fact that a medieval scholar, Biruni, from Central Asia, beautifully resembles this example of coexistence and exchanges, a medieval polymath from modern-day Uzbekistan, the Central Asia, lived and worked in Ghazni during the Sultan Mahmud Ghazni. He traveled and spent 20 years in India. He wrote the first history of India. He spoke Sanskrit and learned the religion. And again, this is the type of how we can perhaps, part of our bilateral initiatives, could access the Indian market or traditional market for our products and our agriculture industry. Again, we appreciate this notion of making us think hard, and then again, it involves a lot of human-centric economic policies to address equality and of course SDGs.
Thank you very much. I mean, the points that you made are very relevant to the discussion of a country facing weak institutions because of the fragility facing the country. The issue of fiscal base is really important. So is the issue of transparency. I think the kind of human capital that is necessary to take advantage of these opportunities may not be there as of now. I think there are solutions to every kind of problem. You know, there's a paper that I've written for STPI in which I have highlighted there are problems in the area of, let's say, monopoly of some of the companies on these technologies. Nazir, I have a very simple question for you, and this relates to the discussion that we had earlier. And this institutional challenge, it's something that I want to come back to. Is it something that is going to be accelerated further by the fourth industrial revolution, but this is something that could be sort of overcome, and this no longer remains a challenge by utilizing technologies that are available?
On the optimistic side of the industrial revolution technologies that will be introduced, we can be proud of a lot of development processes that we have missed in a fragile and dynamic situation like this. We of course missed on the first and second revolution, and the connect between the third and fourth. But if the state fragility continues and the war continues, the fear of the terrorists using some of these advanced technologies, as I mentioned earlier, like the night vision, very much accessible that are hurting our national forces really badly in the battlefields. And at the same time, on the positive sides of it, of course, this could be used for better tracking and border management, preventing terrorists to cross the borders, national borders. It could be an example of using this in some of these advanced technologies in a positive manner. Drones, provocative, but at the same time, proves to be helpful in managing war. But again, artificial intelligence, the ethics of it, managing a war, algorithms on behalf of human beings deciding to manage a war is something that could be concerning. But in my state, again, addressing this element of war and then state fragility over the next decade could be subject to a lot of other policy research, which I of course look up to our regional partners here for advice and guidance for the South-South cooperation. With respect to the review, of course, DNRs are certainly synthetic and requires robust reviewing mechanisms within the countries. I believe Bangladesh could perhaps be another example for the rest of us, with hundreds of civil society organizations participating in the reviewing process.